Hey, yo, what's good, kinfolk? And y'all can here with another video. And in this video, we're gonna talk about breaking bad habits. Listen, I don't care who you are, whether you're in the world or someone who claims to be in what they call the truth. Everybody is struggling with something. You're struggling with something. I'm struggling with something. We all struggling with something. And I was courageous enough to do this video to confess to you all that I'm struggling with something. I know many of us, we like to get on social media and we put on the front, we like to flex, telling everybody what they should be doing. But you behind closed doors sneaking and geeking. How does that make any sense? You feel me? All holier than thou, that ship has sailed. I used to do that back in 2012, 13, 14, 15, up until I met my wife, straight up. And it ain't worth it. You feel what I'm saying? People gotta practice what they preach, man. And also, look, ain't none of us perfect. So y'all gotta stop acting like you so perfect, bro. I know y'all mess up. I know a lot of y'all personally. You feel what I'm saying? And also too, even before I got married, I used to deal with a lot of you sisters. So, but anywho, back to what I was saying. Everybody is struggling with something. Everybody has a bad habit. Everybody has bad tendencies. You understand? So, like I said, in this video, I'm gonna talk about a couple of my bad habits, right? And how I'm gonna break them. So before I get into the things that I'm struggling with, I'm gonna speak on my past to help you understand how I even got these struggles or habits or whatever, right? So anywho, by the age of 5, you know, I was exposed to porn. My granddaddy had pornos all over his room. And anytime he went outside, see, I thought that those were cartoons. So what I did was I just took one of the tapes and put it inside his TV while he was outside, and boom, I saw these two people having sex. So I was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? As a child, you know, I really didn't understand, but I liked what I was seeing. So anyway, back then there was a channel, I can't remember the name, but I remember it was channel 17. And when my granddaddy put me to bed, right, he used to always put it on cartoons. So I used to find this channel, and you know, they were having sex, but you know, not real sex, but it was just like them bumping and grinding or whatever. Anyway, you know, at the age of 5 now, you know, I'm in the bed, I'm going through the channels trying to find this channel. And I made sure that the cartoon was the last channel. So, you know, on the remote, you hit the back button and go to that. So yeah, at the age of 5, right? That's why I be trying to tell y'all need to monitor your children straight up, because the eyes and the ears are windows to the soul. You feel me? And these spirits, these demons be trying to get in you at a young age. So that's how I got addicted to pornography, right? So when I started masturbating, I became addicted to that. Okay, so you got porn, masturbation, and then, you know, that's what sex came about, right? So at the age of 16, I started having sex. I think I was like in the 9th grade or something like that. But anywho, all throughout high school and, you know, after I dropped out, I was just addicted to sex and women, okay? And the reason why I was addicted to sex, I'm gonna just say fornication, was because the people that I looked up to when I was younger, they was all players and pimps. You feel what I'm saying? Like my uncles, my cousins, all them, they used to tell me things like, you know, you too young to be settling down, you know what I'm saying? Go out here, have fun, live your life. You feel me? The women gonna be there. You just smash on them, going on about your business. You feel what I'm saying? So I created a lifestyle out of that. Plus the music that I was listening to, the stuff I was watching on TV, all of that, man, all of that played a part in my life at that time. So as a young man, I was exposed to a lot. You understand what I'm saying? I was a liar, I was a cheater, I was very prideful, you know, and I was prideful because of the fact that, you know, I was having so much sex with so many women. So as a young man, I thought I had it going on. You know, I was very manipulative. I just used to leave females on. I was horrible, man. I was awful, straight up, you know. I was just that type of person that you didn't want to deal with like that, because I would literally take females through it. You understand? I would get inside their mind and have them thinking that, I'm gonna be their man, I'm gonna be doing this and doing that for them and all this and that. But no, I was just after the guts, and they was blind by that. They couldn't see that because of the lies that I told them, the dreams that I was selling, all that. But anyway, I dealt with all of that before my spiritual awakening. Now, fast forward to 2012, when the Most High, put that spirit on me and I became conscious or whatever. I started to be more aware of what was going on and who I was and all of that, right? At this time, I'm starting to feel different. I'm just like, something is going on, you know what I'm saying? I can't explain it, I don't know. I just wanted to separate myself from everybody, right? I started to read the Bible and, I started to study and do research and all that, right? And by reading and stuff, it gave me the motivation to just start, working on myself. So what I did, and I tell this story all the time, I went to the store, got a notebook, and I wrote down everything that I felt that I was struggling with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never struggled with alcohol or drugs and anything like that. It was only women, sex, lying, masturbation, all of that. So I started to work on those things, man. And mind you now, you don't change overnight, okay? It takes a lot of work. It takes for you to discipline yourself, and you gotta go through things, man. So from 2012 all the way up to 2015, I'm struggling with these things. But it's like, when I first woke up, I was still doing it, going hard, but then it just started to go down. You know what I'm saying? And I made a lot of progress. I started to overcome different things. So when I got with my ex-girlfriend, I felt like I was ready to settle down. I was like, cool, I'm gonna take this relationship serious. This gonna be it. This gonna be my wife. Boom, boom. Man, look, I ended up cheating on a girl. You feel me? I was talking to other girls in the truth. I'm sending naked pictures, they sending naked pictures, all while I got this girl right here beside me. Crazy, right? And at that time, I was one of them same people getting on social media telling people what they shouldn't be doing, acting like I'm so righteous, making videos, reading scriptures, doing breakdowns and all this and that, but I'm cheating. You feel what I'm saying? So when I came out of that illusion that I was in, I was just like, I'm not ready, because if I was ready, I would have treated that situation a whole lot different. So after me and her broke up, you feel me, I moved back to Alabama, and when I moved back to Alabama, I started to wild back out. I was having sex with all these different females and stuff, and this was in 2015, huh? I'm wilding out, and I ain't gonna lie, I remember one night, I got on my knees and I was crying. I was crying to the Most. I was like, Father, please, 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 please remove this spirit off of me. I found myself becoming a slave again, a slave to fornication. So what I did was I just stopped talking to everybody, you know what I'm saying, to try to work on myself. So while I'm working on myself, I meet my wife, okay? And me and my wife, we courted or whatever. And when I made that decision to move to Oklahoma to be with my wife, I was just like, I'm not gonna do her like I did my ex, because truth be told, the foundation was set on sex with my ex. But with my wife, I did everything the right way. We courted, you know what I'm saying? I spoke to her parents, established a relationship with her parents. I told my wife, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna treat you like I treated every other female. I'm gonna go about this the right way. I'm gonna ask your father for your hand in marriage. We're gonna do this the right way. So anyway, I moved to Oklahoma, got with my wife, and she laid down the rules, okay? She was like, listen, you're finna start a new job. And I do not want you to exchange numbers with any females at your job. It's the only thing I ask. Don't exchange numbers with females at your job. Because I know how these females are here in Oklahoma, and I know how you were when you were in the world. Even, before I met you, I know how you were. You slick. So I don't want you to do none of that. And I'm like, cool, I'm not gonna do it. So I started working for the Postal Service. And at my job, they let the females wear anything they want. So they be coming in there with the tights on, showing all their curves and prints and all that, right? And as a man, I'm not even gonna front with you. Of course I was looking. You know what I'm saying? And see, the thing was, I had to train myself. I had a conversation with myself. I was just like, man, look, if I'm gonna be working here, I'm gonna have to be careful. I'm gonna have to be on guard. Like, you're gonna see stuff all the time. You're gonna see big booties, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see, cleavage. You're gonna see, cause these females, that's how they rock, that's how they roll. So as a man of God, you have to protect yourself. You have to be very careful, okay? I cannot stress that enough. So what I did was, I just got to a point where if I seen a girl wearing tights, I may look, but then I look away and try not to look again. Because if you sit there and you look at it and you look at it for too long, that's when all the thoughts start going through your head. And that triggers you to want to go holler at them. Now, see, that's why I kind of agree with the whole, women not wearing pants thing. Because I guarantee if a woman or a sister was walking around with a dress on and it wasn't revealing her shape or whatever, those type of thoughts, those sexual thoughts, they wouldn't come into your mind. And I'm just being completely honest, like straight up. But anytime you see them wearing tights and stuff like that, you seeing their shape and their figure and all that, you gonna be thinking, you like, oh man. But anywho, that's something that I struggled with a long time ago. Don't struggle with that no more. But here's what I struggled with and still struggle with to this day. Entertaining females. Now, I told you my wife told me not to exchange numbers with any females. Since I've been with my wife, I've been exchanging numbers with females. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was for the purpose of, like for an example, one chick at my job, her grandma was a doula. And when Courtney was pregnant, we was looking for one because we didn't want to go to the hospital. We wanted to do it at the house. Anyway, so I gave the girl my number. She gave me her number and she was like, I'm gonna link you up with my grandma. Due to my lack of communication, instead of me telling Courtney, hey, I met a girl at my job. She says that her grandma's a doula. I think we should talk to her grandma or whatever. Instead of me doing that, I saved the girl number in my phone under a dude name. And then we was texting back and forth one day. We wasn't talking about nothing, but Courtney seen the text messages and she was like, who you texting? And this don't sound like no dude. Like what y'all talking about don't sound like a dude to be talking about. And you know what happened next. We got into an argument. Yeah. So when things calmed down, we came back together and I told her, look, I'm not gonna do it no more. I apologize, it was just my lack of communication. I should have told you what it was. So that was that. Another situation came about. Another sister at my job, she claimed to be interested in the Bible, but come to find out, she really wanted me. But anyway, she said she was interested in the Bible and how she wanted to study and things of that nature. Now, what I should have did in that situation was give her number to Courtney. You feel what I'm saying? But instead, I got her number, we started texting, and we started out texting about the Bible and stuff, and then the girl asked me could she borrow $500. So when Courtney seen the text, she was like, didn't I tell you not to exchange numbers with females at your job? You don't listen to me. You don't respect our union because you're out here doing what I'm telling you not to do. Hard-headed. It was hard because I wasn't used to being in a committed relationship. My wife, that's the first woman I've ever been with that I've been faithful to. You understand that I've actually took the relationship serious. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm new to a lot of this. I'm still learning. So that's why these struggles or bad habits or tendencies that I carried over from the world into my spiritual journey, my spiritual walk, it was always hard to let some of them go. I overcame all the other ones like masturbation, being manipulative, prideful and all that. I let all that go, man. You feel me? Like when I got with my wife, I was still texting and emailing my exes, but I had to look at my situation like, okay, this is my wife. This ain't no any other chick that I'm just dealing with. This is my wife. This is somebody I want to spend the rest of my life with. So I gotta stop my BS, you know? So I had to let go of a lot of the bad habits that I had, you feel me? In order to move forward with my wife. Fast forward to today and why I still struggle with, entertaining females. Now, don't get it twisted. I let everybody know that I'm married. It's just, I still leave room for them to flirt with me and, be comfortable talking to me in ways that they shouldn't be talking to me. That's my problem. You understand? I still got some in me where I feel like I have to have my ego stroked. And I'm being completely honest. I could sit here and tell you all day long that I don't like attention, but based on my actions and the things that I've done, you would look at that and be like, he liked the attention that he getting. So I have to do better. I have a wife, I have a son, I'm a man of the Most High. So I gotta be 100% solid. Like the scriptures say, to whom much is given, much is required. And as men of the Most High, we gotta do better. We got to do better. No exceptions, man. We can't be out there doing the same things that the people of the world are doing, and someone like myself, I can't be doing that. You feel me? So I gotta break this habit. I gotta break the habit of entertaining females. You did? Like, me and my wife talk about this all the time, like boundaries. I would never cross that line and deal with a female on that level. But, if I keep playing with fire, and a lot of us, we tend to think that we be having everything under control. Let me tell you something, man. I've been in situations where I took it too far and I got so deep into it to where I had to pray to the Most High, like, please get me out this situation. Because if I don't get out this situation, I might lose my wife. I might lose everything that I worked hard for. See, I can sit here and quote scripture all day to y'all, but what good is it if I'm not acting on it? We have to practice what we preach. You feel me? We have to be that light. We have to be that light, that example to the whole world. So my whole purpose for making this video is so that y'all can see that although I'm a man of God, I got a wife, I got a son, I got a beautiful home, I pretty much got everything that I want and need in my life. And with all of that, I just want y'all to know that I'm not perfect. I'm only human, I make mistakes as we all do, but I'm acknowledging the mistakes that I've made and the habits that I have. And I'm standing before you to let you know that I'm going to break those habits. And all the habits that you have, you should work on breaking them as well. We all need to do better. We can do better. We done came this far and we got to keep going. You feel me? We got to endure straight up. It's all about what you do when you fall. Are you going to stay on the ground and continue to get beat up? Or are you going to get up, dust yourself off, and keep fighting? And y'all know I talk about this all the time, the flesh and the spirit, or the lower self and the higher self, in the fight between the two, and how we have to constantly examine ourselves to know what triggers us, to know our weaknesses and our strengths. So I ain't telling y'all nothing wrong. You feel what I'm saying? This is nothing crazy coming out of my mouth. I'm being straight up, keeping it a band, as I always do. Yeah, but if any of y'all that's watching this are dealing with the same things that I'm dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to me. Let's chop it up. Give each other good advice. Keep each other on that right path. You understand what I'm saying? So that's gonna conclude the video. Oh yeah, I gotta say this before I go. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you like this video or dislike this video, hit the like or dislike button, and I'll see y'all next time. Shalom.